All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part two of our Pac-Man video game poster. Where we left off was we did the offset to get this central shape, and we got the offset to get this rectangle, this concentric rectangle here, and we made a stab at the text. Not all the way successful, so I'm going to correct what I kind of messed up in the last video, and I'm going to go back to text, and I'm going to make the text box just over where I want it to be. Okay, so it's closer to that, and then that is going to fit a lot better. Okay, so I'm just going to write my Pac-Man. All right, and then that will look much better like that. Okay, so now we've just tackled the text, the concentric box, and the concentric middle shape. What we're going to do now is we're going to grab all these Pac-Mans right here, and we're going to do the Pac-Mans and the cherries separately. So I'm going to let me get a Pac-Man that is kind of facing straight like that. I'm going to get my circle tool, and I'm going to go right here where the two sides of the mouth meet, and I'm going to make a circle that is relatively the same size. Okay. I'm going to zoom way in. And while I got that circle tool, I'm going to get a circle that'll represent the eye. Okay. I'm going to hit OK by right clicking. I'm going to grab my line tool and I'm just going to make a line. We can meet right here and then we can go this edge here. All right. Now we're going to grab our snip and we're going to get rid of this, and we have our Pac-Man right here. So what we're going to be utilizing is we're going to right click and hit OK, is the move copy. And we're going to create copies of these um, and just place them over the Pac-Mans that are there. So we're going to do our move copy. And when this comes up, let's see here, and we select our lines, you want to make sure that everything is selected. So I have to hold down Shift to grab this line, and this circle. You're going to see a create copy right here. We're going to check that off. And once we do, we can move a duplicate from it. All right. I'm going to sort of try to find where, okay, so let's just do this one here. So I'm going to grab this, I'm going to put it over it, I'm going to rotate it so the mouths line up. Boom, that looks good. I'm going to hit enter, and now we have two of them. So I can just keep doing this. Select this, select the eye. Let's zoom in. If you have trouble grabbing something, zoom in, grab this line, create a copy. And now we'll move it over here. And it's really just that simple. Okay, and let's just see. So if we were to zoom out, we would just repeat this process for all of these here. All right. So instead of making a 20-minute video of you watching me do the move copy on all of these Pac-Mans here, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to do all of the Pac-Mans, and then we'll tackle the cherries. One thing I do want to show you though, instead of manually selecting each one of these lines when we activate our move copy, if you just want to highlight everything, it often grabs all of the lines. And then so this will save you some time in terms of doing this move copy without you selecting each line individually. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I have gone and move copied all of these different Pac-Mans. They're all covered, they're all drawn. So if I were to take toggle off the canvas, they'd all be there. One thing I want to draw attention to is you'll notice that the drawing looks kind of messy in terms of there's these symbols here. There's these here and there's numbers. Here's how you can clean up your drawing so you can actually see what's going on. In the sketch palette, you can take off some of these, uncheck. You could do points, take off points, dimensions, constraints, projected geometries, construction geometries. Just click it kind of all off right there, and you'll notice that the drawing is now pretty clean and you can see what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and tackle one of these cherries here. All right. So we're going to zoom way in and let's grab one of these here. I think I want. I'll do this one here. All right. So I'm going to grab my circle tool. I'm going to find a center somewhere. And I'm going to try to get the same general size, but I can move this. Okay, if that looks about right, I can just move this over so it looks right. Okay, that works for me. I'm going to zoom in to get this shine right here. And that's what that's supposed to be. So to do that, we're going to grab our 3-point arc. And I'm going to go from here to here. So that's the top of the outer line to the bottom of the outer line. And I'm going to grab that curve like right here. And then I'm going to get my line tool and I'm going to make a straight line. I'm going to do that again for the bottom. Okay. Maybe I want to drag that a little lower. Perfect. So I'm now going to grab my 3-point arc again. And I'm going to go from the top of this line to the bottom of that. And I'm going to grab that right there. And that's how we are going to make our shine. All right, now we're going to, okay, now we're going to grab the stem. In much the same way, I'm going to grab a line from here into where I think the top of the stem is, and I'm going to do an arc, that. And we're going to grab our straight line, grab the top of that. Whoa. Oh, something just happened here. Huh. All right, well, I got rid of the this cherry. Wait, or no, I'm sorry. I think I was working on one down here. Let's zoom out and see where I am. There we go. All right. Sometimes this thing just flies up and you just saw it. Okay. So let's continue with our stem. I'm going to grab another 3-point arc. We go from here to here. I'm going to get that same curve or something close to it. And now I'm going to grab my spline for this little teardrop. And I'm just going to get as close as I can to this shape. And once we get there, you can use anchors to sort of change the shape of it if you want. You can start to mess around with sort of shape, but I'm gonna just leave it alone. It's so small that you can't really see what's going on. And once we have that, we can go to remove copy, and we're just gonna do the same thing. All right. I think that covers all the lines. We're gonna create a copy. Gonna drag this out, and let's see where we can put it. Okay, so we can move it over here and see if we can't rotate that. Get the same angle. Oh, that's pretty close. Okay. And then that is going, we're going to set that. Okay, that's looking good. And we're just going to be repeating this process. So I'm going to go back to my move copy. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to create a copy. And let's see where else we can Move this. We can move this right here to this one. Okay, it's good. Oops, I need to rotate that. So I'm going to move, copy this, and then swivel that around till it matches that a little better. And it's still kind of off. So what we can do is with some of these where it's not matching up. And what is this line here? Maybe this, so we might have to like maybe get rid of a shape and then redraw it. So if I'm going to get rid of this, I'm not really sure what's going on. This shape. Okay, I'm going to snip a few of these. Okay, I'm going to move this whole thing. And it doesn't match up perfectly, but I'm okay with that. Let's see here. So let's see if we can't take this line and drag it. Okay, and expand this and move this down. Okay, and see if we can't try to make it a little closer to our design. All right, that's looking okay. Okay, cool. And with this here, we can always just sort of mess with trying to make it look a little closer. Now I'm going to redraw this. Okay, and I'm going to leave that one alone. Okay, and we can even move some of these lines in. All right, great. So if there's anything that needs correcting, you can still correct it and start to edit some of these. All right, and we just want to get as close as we can. So it's like a good idea to start to move some of these lines in. All right, that's looking good. Okay, so we have, let's see, one more cherry. All right, so we're just going to do the same thing. We actually have two more, but one is a much larger one. So just gonna wait on that. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing, create a copy, and let's see here. Okay, there we go. Create a copy. We're gonna move that. Oh, looks good. All right, I'm happy with that. And then the other one here is this one here. Um, we can try to duplicate this and see if we can't make it larger. Okay, create a copy. Let's bring this over to here. Okay. See if we can't grab all of this here and point. Okay. So I'm just going to cancel this. Let's see if we can just enlarge this. And no, we can't. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redraw this. All right. Instead of trying to copy or duplicate it, I'm not going to take up your time in me drawing it because I think we've already drawn the other ones and you know basically how it's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this cherry. I'm going to get that last cherry in and we're going to return to the next video to do these pellets. All right. And after the pellets, we'll be pretty much done with the whole thing. Okay. So I'll see you at the next video.